Ah, try to do something fancy and it just, whatever. Alrighty, well, hello everyone. Of course, it's me, Scott. You know, that guy that you... Let me take these off because I'm hearing myself talk. It is hearing an echo. Yes, it's me, Scott. You know, the guy that you would occasionally stumble across here on. Well, what is it? You know, it doesn't matter. We're here for one reason and one reason only. Right now, I'm seeing T-Tubs. Hey, man, how's it going? Right now, it's just you and me. It is pouring down rain around here, so hopefully that's not going to affect the internet connection, even though I have MetroNet now. So, but yeah, it's been raining quite a bit. How's the weather in your neighborhood? T-Dubs? I hope that's what I'm pronouncing correctly there. Because right now, there's no one else popping up. But I'll wait a little bit before I get into this a little bit more. I mean, even though I think I've given enough much in advancement on when this is going to start, but it's only about 2 minutes after 6. So I'll wait a couple of minutes before I really get into this guy right here. Yeah, I should have took this little icon here off the corner because now it's like in the way. You know, the little transparent thing that's usually up there in the corner because I could see it there on YouTube. There we go. Oh, Daniel, how's it going? Mr. Meow, hey, here we go. There we go. All right. Well, everyone, I've got like 2 monitors, so I'll every once in a while I'll check in with you to see how everybody's doing. Hope everything's going great. All right, we got a few more people going on here. All right. Here, Joe, let's go. I have been... What is... What commercial is that from? I should know it by now. Because it's constantly playing on YouTube with the ads. What's his name up there in... or now he's down in Tampa. That quarterback guy. Tom Brady. Let's go. Ooh, we got someone here from Ottawa, Canada. JS. Joe. We got Artman Son 666, Shape Junkie, T-Dubs, Mr. Meowsy, Daniel B. Yep, I think that's how it's going. I'm doing good, man. Hoping that it'll dry up around here. It's been raining a lot here in Ohio, that's for sure. I'm getting kind of tired of it. It's first week of May, and I want it to start warming up. But, you know, be careful what you ask for, right? Let's see. I'm going to wait about 2 more minutes, and I'm going to start talking about this guy right here and what this whole 4300 is all about. Some of you have probably figured it out by now. It's not rocket science. But I thought, you know what? Let's have a little bit of fun with it, right? Okay. A couple more minutes. Let's see. I'll tell you what. You know what? Let's talk about it right now. All right. Obviously, the whole reason why we're here is, of course, to win the KC 4300. Of course, we all know that is, you know, a Kirk conversion. At least I hope so, because I'm the one that's working on it. And, you know, what the hell is this all about? What is the KC 4300 all about? Well, guys, as you can see here, according to the last time I took a screenshot of my dashboard here on YouTube, I'm at 4,288 subscribers. Now, granted, yes, guilty as charged. I don't upload as many as videos on this channel like I used to. Reasons, mainly because I've been sitting around on the, I've been sitting on my ass on the couch most of the time doing this, feeling sorry for myself. So that's probably why I'm not at 4,300. But you know what? Enough about that. Let's get moving. And I thought, you know what? Instead of whining, why don't I actually thank all of you, everyone that's been at least there for me. Anytime I do upload a video, you're right there. You know, like, hey, how's it going? Where you been? Glad to see you back. Well, you know, I don't think I've ever, well, I know I did, like when I got my first 100 subscribers. And I'll tell you what, that was a thrill. I was so proud of that. And I thought, you know what? I need to do something different, something fresh. And, you know, let's give away another gift. And this time I thought, why don't I give away something that I've been working on? And in all honesty, the past few years, I've been working on these masks again like I did when I was a teenager. So you probably want to know, what do I have to do in order to win this guy? Well, it's pretty simple. The rules are you must be a subscriber. That's pretty easy, and it's free. You just click on the subscribe button, and most of you here are subscribers. Now here's the other thing. All you have to do is pick a number between 1 and 4,300. Now you only get one number, so make sure that it counts. Now, where are you going to leave this at? In the bottom of this video, obviously where the comment section's at, not in the live section, but in the actual true comment section, just leave a number. You don't have to say anything else, just the number that you want to choose. Like say, for example, since I'm not playing, I would put 5150, even though that doesn't count because it's obviously above 4,300, and that's all I would put, 5150. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Very simple, very easy. Just being a subscriber, put that one number down, and that's it. Because if you add anything else, it's going to be harder for me to keep track of everything. I mean, I do appreciate all your guys' comments, you know, all the nice, wonderful things that you say. Believe me, it's very uplifting, and it does help motivate me get up off the couch and start doing things with my life. So I really do appreciate it, and that's why I'm doing this. It's 4,300, yeah, that's just a number, but it's really me thanking you guys for being there, you know, because believe me, I've got another YouTube channel that I goof around a lot bit on there, and I make fun of myself, and I've got almost as many videos on that channel as I do on this one, and there's probably an average of maybe 20 views a video. And then when I get back here, I could upload one video, and you guys are like, "Hey, it's Scott. There he is." And you guys, you're just awesome on here. And I can't tell you how many times, you know, that I truly appreciate it. So yes, I'd like to be able to do this more often down the road, and you know, and hopefully I can. And oh, by the way, I'm also paying for the shipping too. So literally, if you think about it, it just makes a little effort to subscribe, and just simply put a number in the comments section down below. Pretty easy stuff if you think about it. So yeah, let's get back over here to you guys over on YouTube. Wow, there's a lot more here than I expected. See, I've got like my OBS over here to my left, which is to your right. Then I got YouTube over here, and I'm seeing a bunch of people. We got Joe. Joe, I'll tell you what, this young man, you're always getting in touch with me, and I do apologize for not getting back with you as much. And let's see. Do we pick a number now? Haddonfield Slasher? You know, that's a good question. Absolutely. And not in the live, but in the comments section down below. And don't worry, you know, you've got plenty of time. In fact, I'm thinking next Friday, the Friday the 13th, in honor of, well, you know who, that's when the lucky winner is going to win this mask. Now, how am I going to do this? I'm going to show you real quick. Now, what I'm about to show you is just an example, okay? Now, what you're seeing here on the screen, it's like one of those random pickers. It's an app that's on my phone. And what I'm going to do is simply, on my app, hit the 1. I've already got set up 1 through 4,300. And then I'll just naturally just hit that generation button, and voila. Say for example, 709 was the actual winner. And that's how you'd win. Now, you have to be here next Friday, and I'm thinking about the same time. It's 6 p.m. Eastern time. So if you want to win this mask, like I said, and I know I'm sounding like a broken record, just leave your number in the comment section down below. And how you will know that I obviously know that you have left your number, I'll leave a heart, like I've read your number as a comment. And then I'll keep track of that. And if someone else has picked your number, well, you'll see right there in the comment section if someone else is already, like, say your favorite number is 7. You're like, crap, I can't play 7. Then play your second favorite number. But remember, you can only choose just one time. I can't have somebody in there. We'll use me as a dummy again. Let's say I'm like, hey, it's me, Scott, and it's not the other Scott, and I'm picking number 8. And then I could say, hey, it's me, Scott the third, and I'm picking number. No, we can't do that. Just the one, because I've only got one mask, and I don't want to be as fair about this as possible, you know. So I hope this all makes sense. If you guys If it makes sense right here in the live feed, just say, yes, Scott, it makes perfectly good sense. And like I said, there'll be next Friday, Friday the 13th of all days. And that's when I'll choose, and we'll go live once again. And I'll actually use like this phone here. You'll see me do it live, okay? And then that way... An iconic shot. Like Capital Group's new... Apparently, I clicked on my own video. But yeah, what I'll do, I want to show you an actual... in real time. Because I was trying to set up all these graphics to make it easier for you to understand. So I'll do it like this in real time. And then what I'll do is a screenshot of the winner. And then, you know, obviously put it up here on the screen next Friday so you'll be able to see it. Now you're probably thinking, well, what if, you know, there's only 20 people that play? You know, 1 out of 4,300, that's a lot of numbers. Well, what we'll do is, let's say by next Thursday, I only see about 40 numbers, then I'll probably shrink that down, and I'll let all of you know during the live video itself, if that makes sense. So if there's like, say, only 43 that play, then I'll do 1 through 43. But if there is like an uncontrollable amount of people that are wanting to participate to try to win this guy, and if you're asking somebody I know... Oh, thank you, by the way, Artman, or I'm sorry, I see, I need glasses. Artman Sun 6, it makes sense? Good. All right, awesome. There was somebody that's asked me in a comment section, and I think there's been a couple, if this was a TOTS. Yes, we all know what TOTS stands for, of course, right? Trick or Treat Studios. Yes, in fact, I even put the tag back on there. It is, I've done about 5 of these conversions right now. In fact, I have one that I have out in my living room that's on my life-size Michael. And this is actually my favorite one so far. I think like anyone out there, you know, like it's like when you're riding a bicycle, you know, and you keep on practicing and you keep on practicing. And when I was a kid, I used to actually, believe it or not, I used to tinker with these masks quite a bit when I was a kid. So really, it wasn't something I've just been doing here recently. I used to airbrush characters on cars all the time. So, you know, I thought I'd start doing it more on masks. Well, T-Dubs, thank you very much. I should be starting concentrating on you guys, and I'll talk about this a little bit more. Okay, you got that? Okay, so I'm answering your response, Joe. Okay, cool. So if it's 1 through 43 and someone picks 4,000, would you have, well, you know what, I'll figure it out along, because I'm thinking, what if there is only 43? And then we're sitting here for an hour, like finally we got a winner. I don't know. I just right now I'm thinking way too much. I'm trying to put myself in your guys' shoes. Like if I was playing, like, well, what if this or that, you know? And I'm thinking, you know what? Just keep it simple, stupid. Telling me, you know, KISS, keep it simple, stupid, and then we'll go from there. So, but yeah, let me worry about all the logistics and all the other stuff. So, but right now we'll just keep it as is. 1 through 4,300, and if I just keep it in this video, even if I make a couple other teasers about this guy, we still want to go back and leave comments in this live video here. That way I don't get lost, because I figure what I'm going to do is save screenshots of everybody's comments, and then that way I'll have a track of a record. And by the way, let's say Ms. Smith wins, right? How can you contact me? I've made it clear, I think, in the past, but it doesn't matter. You can DM me over on Instagram. There is obviously my information right there. Or if you want, you could simply send me an email. In fact, whoever the winner is, I'll obviously need to get in touch with you to get your, you know, contact shipping information. So there, if you want to know how to get a hold of me. Facebook, guys, I am barely on there. I think I'm on there every once in a while just to see how my son's doing. I'm just I don't know, I got bored with Facebook years ago, I guess. I don't know. I'm thinking about if I get more involved in creating more masks, getting more involved in working with masks, then I'm going to set up a Facebook page that's solely for that. That's, you know, where I'm not so much personally involved, but it's more about this, if that makes sense. But I'll worry about that later, if you know what I mean. But right now, just, you know, Instagram, and then of course you could contact me there on my email. So transfer that back over. So Michael, awesome job. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Let's see. Closest without going over the number. Closest without going over the number. I answering your question, Artman, or Artman's son, if I'm pronouncing that, 666. Right now, I'm just going to keep it 1 through 4,300. And if I go, by the way, over 4,300 subscribers, I mean, that's awesome, obviously. I mean, a part of me feels like if I had been on here pushing this, I would have been at 4,300 a couple years ago. But you know what? It is what it is. See, Mr. Webb, are you getting tired of the rain too? I'm sure. I was probably not trying to give away your location, but let's see. Is there anybody else on here? I'm trying to make sure I didn't mask because there are more on here than I expected. CJC videos are fun. Okay, JS videos are fun though. Helps for the DIY. Yeah, the DIYs. I tell you, I wish I had more ideas up here to do some more DIYs. Because I don't mean to toot my own horn here, but every once in a while when I see those little miniature busts, when I see other people out there, granted, it's not like I'm claiming that I'm the one that originally did that, but after I went out and made my own little miniature busts, all of a sudden when I see those every once in a while, I'm thinking, I wonder if they got that idea from me. But you know what? I don't care. I love it when somebody gives me an idea. I get influenced by others, and if I'm influencing anybody else out there, then so be it. It just makes me feel proud. Oh yeah, back to this guy real quick, because that's what we're here for, right? I mean, this is hopefully more attractive. Yeah, like I said, this is a Trick or Treat Studios. It's a Kirk. I'm definitely going to be doing more of these. You're probably wondering, am I going to be doing any more of those kills? In fact, I'm going to be working on one here really soon. I'm waiting for UPS to show up because I'm waiting for a certain mask right now for a gentleman. I was trying to see if he was here right now. And I don't see him. Maybe he is, but then again, I do need glasses. What else was I thinking about? Yes, I will be doing some more kill rehauls. 2018. My personal favorite is always going to be the original. And I'll probably do a couple more of those H2s. I'd like to do an H2 on these. And if I'm really lucky, I may end up converting my garage into a workshop someday. And my goal is before the end of the year. But that's a lot to deal with, especially in the wintertime. So, does any of this confuse any of you so far? I mean, if so, we'll try to pay attention to a little bit down here. Okay, Haddonfield / do I collect 1/6 scale figures? Not as much. Usually anything that I have collected, I've been giving to my son. Mainly due to the fact that I've had to condense certain things around here down in a little bit. Well, I was reading something. I said I've had to condense things around here a little bit because I currently now have a roommate. Actually, he's my uncle who's living with me now. So he's taken over like what used to be my office area, that's his bedroom. So I've kind of had to cut things back. And when it comes to this, like the 1/6 scale figures, my son has that in his room, and he has a few other masks that I've purchased over the years, and I always thought I was going to hand it down to him anyway. So I'm just kind of, and the funny thing of it is, when I work on these masks, I don't find myself necessarily wanting to have, if that makes any sense. For example, I don't even own Kills mask anymore. I've worked on so many Halloween Kills masks, it's like I don't even bother owning one because I'm constantly looking at them. Let's see, Chase Anderson, hey guys, sorry for showing up late. Yeah, I'll tell you what, for you guys that are just showing up right now, once again, it's basically, as we all know, we want to try to win. Somebody's got to try to win this mask here. The KC, the Kirk conversion. The concept is to get to 4,300 subscribers. If we could get to that, it's great. Of course, I already went over, what is Casey all about. Yes, what she knows is the 4300, which I just explained. And let's see, the rules. I want to show the rules one more time. Once again, especially if you're just showing up here, you must be a subscriber. I've got my notes all clattered up here, so that's why I'm kind of jumping all over my words here. Yeah, you must be a subscriber. So if you haven't subscribed yet, you've got until next Friday. Next Friday by 5 p.m. Eastern Time. And I can keep track of it because I have a YouTube app. It's called YouTube Studios. It tells me who are my subscribers. God, I can't talk. And of course, you just pick a number between 1 and 4,300. You can only choose once. And you'll leave that number in the comment section below in this very video. And then, of course, I'll show this once again. Like I said, it's just an example. I use the random picker app, and it's very self-explanatory. And I'm talking faster than how this video is going. So yes, I'll have it set up to between 1 and 4,300. I'll hit that generation button, and boom. If, let's say, hypothetically, this was today, and if you chose 709, voila, you are the winner. Hypothetically. So there. I'm trying to do everything I can to make this just as sensible. And I'm thinking at this point, just to have less confusion on the whole matter, I will just keep it at 1 at 4,300. And if no one has picked that number, and we've only had 43 people here, then I'll just keep on, because it's not hard to push that button. I'll just keep on hitting that generation button, or generate, whatever the hell it's called, until the winning number comes along. That's just easier, if you know what I mean. All right, Foxy Gaming. Is this mask supposed to be a 1978 flashback mask? It looks just like it. Well, to answer that question, it's just me. What I do, believe it or not, I don't look at photos when I work on these masks. I already know what it looks like. The mask itself pretty much tells me how I'm going to paint it. I get lost in my own little world. This is how I've always done when I create stuff. With this, I turn on some music, put some headsets on, and this guy right here, there's something else too. I haven't even thought about saying until right now. When I received it in the mail, I started removing the hair, because, by the way, this is not the hair that comes with the mask. This is hair that I get from Etsy. It's basically lamb's hair, wool, and it comes white, dyed, and of course I acid dye it myself. It's very easy to do, and this stuff is so thick. It reminds me so much of the original, hair itself. I know we always say it's mohair. And if it is, it is. I'm not here to argue it. I really don't care, to be honest with you. But this stuff is fantastic, because as you can see, it has a lot of character. It holds its shape. I mean, I don't put any product in it. Even if I was keeping this, I wouldn't put product in it. And the fact that this is going to be someone else's mask, I deliberately try to, well, yeah, teased up a little bit for the video. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to you guys over there, but I don't mean to do that. I'm just trying to give you what you're here for. But yeah, I just try to give it a little bit of style, but I never put any hair product, especially with this type of hair. And the fact that it's so thick, it's so easy to work with. But anyways, back to what I was saying. When I received this in the mail, what I always usually do first is remove the hair, because I already know I'm going to be putting new hair on it. Every mask that I've worked with, when it comes to rehauling, sometimes the hair comes off so easily, and sometimes this one right here was being stubborn. So of course, as I'm removing the hair, yes, there's tools that you can use to make it easier, but it started peeling off the paint. I mean, so easily. And I'm standing out in the living room, and the original paint that was on this Kirk, it was coming off so easily. Of course, around the eyes and the nose and the mouth, it was being stubborn. But I'm like, you know what? This is going to be great, because I could get to the bare bones. So once I got all the paint off, I cleaned it real good with some, lacquer thinner. And then I prepare it for my base coat paint. and I put it on very lightly every coat. I pretty much showed that in a tutorial before with those Halloween kills. So to make this, does it look anything like a certain scene? No, I just go with how it works for me as I'm working on these masks. And I don't know if this is the best way or if you guys will understand this. For an example, I used to draw all the time when I was younger. And when I'm working on these, I kind of pretend like I'm drawing the shade. In other words, the shading. So I'm very, I don't know, like I said, I get lost in a world and I see something in it and I always look at it at different lighting. And whatever I'm seeing right then and there, that's how I, go for certain styles on these. And this mask right now with this webcam and this light up above, and I did it on yesterday's video. As you can see, it's just like all those damn Meyer masks. It always looks different under different light. Right now, it's just too bright because the light, it's reflecting off the ceiling. But just to get a little bit closer to the camera, it's still not showing as true, because there's some flesh tone that I try to, get in this because obviously the base coat's a flesh tone. And then the whites and the blacks and everything else, and believe it or not, yellows and browns, I just basically use my imagination and know what, in my heart, how I see the Myers mask, and that's how I go with it. And yeah, like, of course, occasionally I'll go look at an image, but I'm always looking at the original images, and they're always black and white. But I'm like, you know what? The hell with it. I like with what I'm doing here. So the next Kirk I work on, it may look close to this, but then again, it may not. So to me, I don't like making it look exactly like all the time. That's boring, but that's me. I'm old school. I like to do things, I don't know, stubbornly in my own way, I guess you could say it. Alrighty, back to you guys. I'm sorry I'm neglecting you. Let's see, we got Mr. Tucker here. His number's at 1978. That's a good number. And oh, by the way, guys, remember, the numbers that are here on the live feed, and you're probably already with this, but I'm going to say this anyways. You got to remember to put it in the actual comment section like in a normal, video that I do or anybody else's, because I'm not going to see these numbers later in the live feed. So remember, if whatever number you choose, make sure you put it in the, if you haven't done it already, because I can't see it right now. You know what I mean? Mr. Mike's Horror Corner, how are you doing, sir? It's been ages since we have spoken. And I was about ready to say your name, but I'm not going to. When will I choose a number? Ms. T? It'll be Friday the 13th, next Friday, in honor of Jason Voorhees. Well, I hope I'm not insulting any Friday the 13th fan. You know what? No, this is not an insult. This is me saying my respects to the, franchise, the Friday the 13th franchise. If it wasn't for him, I'm just teasing. I respected that franchise. Mike, yes, it has been. I'm doing fine. I'm battling with the mirror and the time. Why am I saying that? No, I'm not planning on going away anytime soon. I'm gonna be 52 here soon, guys, and I haven't been taking care of myself as much as I have been going to the gym. And I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you some advice right now. Ignore this. I'm going to give you some advice because I know there's a lot of you that are younger right now watching this. Do yourself a favor. Don't do what I did. When you get older, eating a lot of junk food sitting on your ass, don't do it. Do not do it. Keep yourself busy. Go to the gym. Go for a walk or whatever, because you don't want to end up being like me. Learn from my mistakes. Don't be old, fat, and miserable, and then later on like, oh, crap, I got to lose this weight. Because you know what? I was told by some people that were older than me, and they still are, the more you put that off, the harder it's going to, get off. And I'm going to the gym every day. It's like, man, when am I going to lose 5 pounds? So, yeah, that's the best advice I give you right now. That's for sure. Oh, how did I like the last Halloween movie? I'm gonna be honest. I haven't enjoyed a Halloween film as much as I did, like I did when I was 8 years old back in 1978. I mean, I have. I'm expecting lightning in a bottle again, but I'm talking about my experiences. Okay. When I was 8 years old, that's when I was introduced to this guy. 8 years old. I've told this story, I can't tell you how many times. And then I was scared shitless because of him. And I was fascinated by him at the same time. Like a lot of us, of course. And then every year I go back to see another Halloween film. Of course, shortly after we had 1981, Dick Warlock's, you know the whole thing. And I enjoyed it. But I love Dick Warlock. If he was sitting here right now, I would be speechless, And I do. I truly love the man. And I appreciate I appreciate everything about Halloween 2 more and more all the time, especially as I get older. But as a kid, I was like, it wasn't the same because I could, that wasn't Michael Myers to me, but it was, but I was a kid. Now, the last one, I enjoyed it because my son really enjoyed it. It was a roller coaster ride, and I appreciate the fact of what, the actors. I appreciate the production and everything that they're doing to this. Yes, I did get annoyed by certain things, but then again, I get annoyed by a lot of things this day and age. I mean, I'm bitching about the weather, but I live here in Ohio, so what else can I do about it? But in a nutshell, I enjoyed it. And the next one, I'm going to tell you right now, just to let you know, I'm not watching any trailers for Halloween Ends. Not one. And it's like, whoa, that's a risk you're taking for a YouTube channel that bases around Halloween. Well, I figure this might be my last Halloween movie. It might be. And I'm hoping, if anything, that I can, when I go to the theater to watch the Halloween Ends with my son, not knowing a damn thing about it, because in 2018 and Kills, those trailers, I felt like I seen way too much. But then, keep in mind, this is me. This is sharing my opinions or my feelings on this. I want to see Halloween Ends in the movie theater without knowing anything about it. So anytime I see any fellow YouTubers that I truly appreciate the hard work they put into their work when it comes to the Halloween content, I've been ignoring it this year. Just because I don't want to. I was like, no, I don't want to know. La, 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 la. You know what I mean? So. Ooh, almost said your name. Miss T, when is it coming out? Everyone here could probably give you that date just as much as I can. It'll be out this year in October. Is it the 14th, guys? Someone here will definitely put that date down. I think it's the 14th of October this year. And I mean, I can look at my calendar, but I out of respect of my other followers, I know someone here is going to put that date on there. I think it is the 14th or the 21st. At the 16th, I believe. I think you're right, Mr. Arm. Is that, am I saying that right? Arm Manson 666. I feel like it should be saying like a last name like Arminson. Arminson, because that sounds kind of cool. I don't think they needed to make a trilogy. I would have been fine. Halloween 1978, that was the best ending. It was like reading a book. It had a killer beginning. There's no doubt about it. When they say, John Carpenter was influenced from Black Christmas, you could see it, but there's nothing wrong with having inspirations. I appreciate that, because he did go in his own direction. There's no doubt about it. It had a great beginning, a great middle, and the ending was just like, where'd he go? The boogeyman, where did he go? The simple fact that all they did was show different locations. And I get chills up my spine right now hearing the original soundtrack. And as a little kid, that scared me probably more than anything else in the film, because my imagination was going wild. Like, an 8-year-old kid, keep this in mind, he might be coming to my town. See, I never got that from the other Halloween films. Now, I know if you were 21 or 8 years old, sorry. If you were 8 years old when H2O came out and that was your first time seeing Halloween and you got something magical out of that, I get it. I understand. And I say I never judge any fan. I think it's stupid to judge somebody for liking a certain movie. If you like it, you like it. It's like, I'm a Coca-Cola person. If some Pepsi fan goes, ew, I'm like, whatever. I don't give a, yeah, it's stupid. Okay. Rick to Earth, you need to decorate. You know what? It's funny, Rick. Rick of Earth, that you need to decorate bigger for Halloween. That's it's funny. Ironically, it's almost like you know exactly where I live. During Halloween, I don't decorate at all, but all my neighbors do, because I figure it's Halloween all season around here. If my neighbors would see that I have a 6'2" Michael Myers standing in my living room, let's see. When that soundtrack came on, I cover my ears instead of my eyes. See, that's something very special if you think about it. How many films can you think of that? I mean, Star Wars, okay, that's something different. When you get, to me, Star Wars music comes on, I get chills. But yeah, a horror film, The Exorcist, and to me, The Shining's the same way. There's something, the soundtrack's so creepy. It's just so creepy. And today, and maybe this is ageism right here, don't waste my time. Because you guys can't create anything. It's scary. And I could be wrong, but I'm falling asleep. And I shouldn't be falling asleep to horror films. Sorry. I guess horror films today are like ASMR films. But to be fair, I fall asleep to pretty much anything I watch anymore. Your first Halloween was H2O, and you were 12 years old. Let's see, you were hooked. I really appreciate that. I mean, I know of someone else that was around your age that, H2O, and it was magical for you. And there's probably not going to be any other Halloween film that's going to be as great for you, as H2O was. And I totally understand that. Let's see. It's on the 25-year-old DVD. They have both versions. Oh, you guys are on a conversation. I'm sorry. I do apologize for not keeping up with all your comments. I really, really do. I knew. See, this is another reason why I don't do a lot of live videos. In fact, I think I can count on one hand how many times I've done live videos. Because I always have this guilty conscience of, not being able to keep up with all the, the chats that's going on. Because my camera in this case is here. I've got OBS right here. And then there's a delay with YouTube right here. And I'm trying my best to, I guess you could say multitask. Now, right now, as I could see here on YouTube, we've been going on for 38 minutes. Is there anything else that you guys have any questions about this mask, or, anything, that you might have that I think what I'm trying to get at. Do you have any questions that could be possibly related to the future of what? I guess I'm trying to tease you to ask me, hey, are you planning on doing any more like this? And you know what? Yeah, of course. I think I've already brought that up earlier, but yeah, I'm definitely planning on wanting to do much, much, much more. And I'm trying to figure out how to provide it to, like, hey, guess what I've got here if you're interested. But yeah, I'm also hoping that down the road, once I get to like a certain number here on YouTube, let's say 10,000 subscribers, then I think what I'm going to do then is almost the exact same thing here, is have two of them at 10,000 subscribers and give them away to one winner. No, sorry. I'm screwing this up. Let me try this again. At 10,000 subscribers, I'm going to have at least 2 masks and give away 1 mask per winner. So we'll have at least double the chances there of having at least 2 winners when I get to 10,000 subscribers. Does that sound good to you? God, I hope that made sense. Let's see. That's because the 7 a.m. requires the skills and acting. Plus, John Carpenter focuses on atmosphere. Today's movies, they're all CGI. Yeah, and, and the acting ability, I don't know. I've been watching a lot of the Johnny Depp, Amber Heard. Oh God, I'm already going to get flagged for saying their names here on YouTube. And her acting, never mind. It's been terrible. She's just not doing a good. But enough about that. That's we're not here about that. Let's see. Hey, are you unthinking of doing more like this? I think I answered your question already. In other words, you were probably watching me trying to. Yes. I mean, I know I could reach my goal. And in all honesty, if I focused more on creating content on here, then it shouldn't be that much of a problem. After I first got to 1,000, and back, I want to say that was what, 2017. I was pushing on. It's all about staying here in touch, being more busy on the algorithm and all that. I just have to find more ways to find creative outlets to. I mean, if I work on more masks, which that's my goal, then naturally, yeah, that's easy. I could share that on it, but I want to find different ways of doing it. I love doing video shots of this out in my backyard because I like you guys seeing these masks underneath natural lighting. To me, I think that when you see it under natural lighting, you're getting a true essence of what the mask looks like. You know what I mean? Because I could do it in here with all these false lightings and add all kinds of shading and everything else to it, and you're getting what I call a Photoshop image. But outdoors, it's kind of hard to do that. Plus, I get free lighting out there. So yeah, if I do more masks, and someday I would like to step outside the, Michael Arena and work on some of those as well. And I'll definitely be sharing that. There's no doubt about it, because as far as I'm concerned, I mean, he's kind of hiding them. They're all back air. Death Studios, Jeff Death, what he has there, I think is extremely underrated. And I mean, I know there's huge fans of his and all that, but what he has to offer, it's outstanding. And the quality of work is, I mean, it's just amazing. And you get a hell of a deal with what he has. Yes, thank you for helping me out there, Miss T. I'll be sure to hit that like button and share this if you can. Thank you. I really appreciate that. That's something else. I'm terrible at that. I understand, or I've actually did some research. I'm looking at my TV back there as YouTube's there. It's right here. It's true. Apparently, the more likes you get, it helps get more attention in the YouTube algorithm. So, if I was Casey Neistat, this wouldn't even be an issue right now. But then again, every YouTuber says that. I also like how the original 70 Halloween films, we were not overexposed to the Myers. Yeah, I like exactly. The less we know, the better. It's supposed to be the boogeyman. Maybe get into the cover the halls like you did, but here's something that and this is extremely futuristic. If I turn my garage into a workshop, if I do, I'm thinking about putting some type of cameras out there and do like live feeds of when I'm working on some stuff out there. Now, I want to keep one thing in mind as well. When I do work on these, I want you guys to understand that I don't consider myself to be an expert, okay? But then again, if you're creative, if you're an artist in any way, you just keep on working. You just keep on creating. There's no such thing as being an expert. Yes, there's people that have more experience at it, and trust me, they're my mentors. So if I am out there and I'm working on anything, and if you guys have any questions, I'll do the best I can to answer. But sometimes I may not. If I don't have the right answers, then I'll try to lead you to someone who would know. But in all honesty, I don't really socialize with a lot of people that work in. There's nothing. I guess you could say I'm just be really honest. I'm a loner, so I don't really communicate with a lot of people out there that even do this work as well. I enjoy their work from afar, and I just try to. I'm always someone who tries to teach myself, how to do certain things. And when it comes to doing anything creative, believe it or not, even like when it came to editing, which is what I did back when I was in my early 20s. I taught myself how to do a lot of that stuff back then. When I got a little bit older, I had someone to teach me a lot of tricks and stuff. I got a little bit more professional advice, but everything that I do creatively, I like to teach myself. So, sorry once again, I'm losing track of people's conversations here. You know what, guys? It's been 45 minutes, and I don't want to. It's a Friday night. I know you all have your own lives. Well, you have family, possibly your own kids. Probably, maybe you want to eat dinner. So I'm going to stay on here for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to get off here. So I think we all understand the rules. If you just joined, I'm going to go ahead and basically go over this once again. Yes, win the KC Kirk conversion, get it to 4,300, subscribers, 4,300. That's basically the goal. If we don't get to 4,300 by next Friday, don't worry. I'll still do the contest, but it just makes it sound more official, if you know what I mean. Because like I said, right now, it's so funny. My phone, on one thing, it'll say I've got 4,290. Another one will say this. I honestly don't really worry about too much. But yes, that's the goal, is to get to 4,300. But like I said, if we don't get there, it's not a big deal. Once again, there's the rules. I know a lot of you have heard this over and over again, but if you've just joined, there you can clearly see, must be a subscriber. Picking a number between 1 and 4,300. You can only choose it just once. So if that's, in other words, if you're like, should I go 50 or 51, 50 or 51? Nah, you just got to go with the one. You can't put it down twice. And then, like I said, in the not the live chat, but the comment section below in this video. If I do another teaser video this week, you can leave a number in that comment section if you want to. I'm not going to tell you that you can't, but I would prefer that you would go back to this video. I'll try to only do one more video between now and next Friday. That way it doesn't get too confusing. No, more or less a reminder, like, hey, it's almost Friday. Have you picked your number yet? You know what I mean? Something simple like that. And then, once again, this is how I'm going to pick the number. And I am just going to stick to 1 to 4,300. I'll just use that app. And if, let's say, hypothetically, once again, there's only 43 people that are playing, we'll just keep on going until someone picks that right number. And I want to make this clear, because I only brought this up once before. If 2 of you have chosen, say, the number 12, I will let you know in your comment. In other words, and remember, just leave the number. You don't have to give me any other information. I'll put a heart that obviously lets you know that I've got your number. And if someone else has chosen 12 before you, I'll let you know. I'll respond by saying, someone else has already chosen number 12, pick another number. Does that make sense? And then it's kind of like when you're creating a new email. Like someone's already created that name, so you have to keep on going until no one else has. Does that kind of make sense? Or what is it, a screen name or something like that. But it's gonna. I'm trying to make this as simple as I can for you, and I think this will all make. I think as the week goes by, it'll all make sense. So next Friday, 6 p.m. Oh, I got my son next week, and I wasn't thinking. That's okay, not a big deal. Next Friday, 6 p.m. We will start the. Come on. We will start this where, remember, this is just an example. Number, generate, and then boom. And I'll prove to you. You guys, this is, if you've got an iPhone or, yeah, I've got this off the Apple Store. So it's not something BS. Oh, could you believe that? Could you imagine if that was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. What the hell? Oh, yeah. Set my alarm to remind me just in case I'm going on way too much. So, there we go, guys. I think that will do it for here. I know I didn't want to go on way too long because I know me. I could I sometimes have to tell myself, you're getting to be like an old man that won't shut the hell up. So, so yeah, I think that'll it. That pretty much covers it. The only thing I'm not, by the way, this mask is not stuffed, except this is a little, I use 2 liters and the grocery bags. It's a cheap thing for, and of course this is just a light stand. So yeah, I try to improvise. I'm a cheap ass. I try to save money as much as I can. So yeah, I don't have this mask stuffed or anything like that. And then of course, I haven't signed the inside, but I will. I've only wore it that one time in the video. So if you're wondering the size of these, look at my face. As we all know, if you've been watching me long enough, my face is blowing up over the years. I used to say I wore a size 24, 24 and a half. If you've ever had a Kirk, if you have one now, and let's say you win this, and if it fits you good, then guess what? This should do just fine. And I find that usually when I have these, something like this right here, I don't know, it kind of stretches it out a little bit. Or it's just me. Oh, and one other thing too, because I want to be perfectly honest, you guys, in other words, being completely transparent about this. The one thing I know, and I didn't notice it on another Kirk that I've done before, when you take off the sideburns, if you look right there, you see how there's the little, like where they sewed or whatever, glued, or they put a line there for the sideburn. They have that on both sides. As we all know, Myers, Don Post or whatever, it doesn't have it all on both sides. I could have filled that in with some latex, but I completely forgot to do that. So, yeah, if you are the winner and you're like, wait a minute, why is it on both sides? Because technically it's on the right side that has that little, hook, and then on the left side is just a straight one. I call it the 90s handlebar sideburn. So, yeah, if you see that, it's just me forgetting to fill that in with some latex. That's my fault. But the beauty of it is you don't really notice it after a while, especially if you just have this on display. And look, keep this in mind too. If you're wanting to have one for cosplay, and you don't want to use one of your real expensive ones, voila. That's another great thing about this one. I mean, I'm proud of my own work. I'd hope that you would just keep it on your own shelf. But then again, it's your mask. You can do whatever the hell you want to do with it, right? So there you go, guys. I'm going to definitely shut up. I've been rambling on way too much. Yeah, it's 52 minutes and 30 seconds. So there you go. If you forget how these rules are, you can watch this video or tell others to watch this video and then, get the algorithm to pop up even more. I don't know. I'm sure you'll remember. Let's see. I made you jump with the ringtone. Yes, that annoying alarm sound. I thought I had that on silence too. Alrighty. JJ, late getting in. How do we enter? JJ, the good news is all the information. Oh, and by the way, in the comments section down below, all the information will be in the comments section. And you can watch this video again. I've went over the rules like 2 or 3 times right now. So if you want to go back, it's going to be there in a couple other times. So you should have a problem finding it because I don't want to go through it all again. No offense, not trying to sound rude, but yeah, you could go back and watch it again. You'll be able to find it very easily. So on how to play, it's very, very, very simple. And since you are just showing up, I can say this at least one more time. I will be doing the random, picking the number with this app a week from today on Friday the 13th. So, in honor of Jason, right? Oh, he's going to be pissed. Jason, boy, you know what? If Jason would get his you-know-what together and start making some movies, then we could do. I'm just saying, guys. Alrighty, I'm done rambling on. You guys stay safe. Hopefully getting warm soon. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the 80s by next weekend around here. I have to say it, but thank God. And And good luck to everyone next week. I mean, I know only one of you can win, but if we get that up there, the next time I do this, like I said, we'll use around 10,000. I'll do 2 of these. And you know, how many other guys do that, right? They probably all of them do. All righty. All right. I'll see you soon. Take good care of yourself. And remember, tell others to subscribe if you haven't subscribed yourself yet. Bye-bye.